Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. A quick follow-up video on this month's knife of the month, which is the Cold Steel SRKC, which is apparently the compact, because I didn't do a whole lot of snooping around before I ordered this thing. It was super cheap. Last video, I talked about it being like 34 bucks with the sheath included, so I just grabbed it under the recommendation of my buddy Anthony. It's been a wonderful knife. We are 11 days in, and I've used the mess out of this thing and have had nothing but pleasant performance. So it's really not what you would expect it to be. I've always talked about this in the last video, I believe. I've always just kind of looked at Cold Steel as like, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't ever my first grab for things. And I've had a few different types of Cold Steel products, more specifically like the Bushmen and the shovels and things like that, which I've had really good experience with. But this would be the first survival type knife, more traditional survival style. And a new to me steel, which is the SRK-5, is the equivalent to the American made 1080. Man, it's been great. I've used her pretty hard, and I've only used a strop to touch it up, and it's been it has intermediate, how would I pronounce it, intermittently shaves. So some spots are still shaven sharp and some are not quite there, but I can get it back right with the strop anytime that I want to do it. I done just a couple mods, nothing super fancy. I put a 90-degree angle on the spine. Dang, my brain's like brain farty today, but it'll easily scrape a ferro rod as well as process material with. It's got a good 90-degree spine. I went ahead while sharpening the spine and removed material down the entire length of the spine, and I did that for flint and steel. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys, if you can see it on the video. This is a shitty rock I got here. Where's a better rock at? Not very good one either, is it? It's thin. There was a good sharp spot. Keep from cutting my dang fingers off. Rocks are sharp. But the steel, the 1080 equivalent, or SRK-5, will drop some pretty decent sparks. I was able to drop some onto a piece of chaga after I got this right, just testing it, and it would do char cloth much easier. Especially, I like to catch, so I'm gonna just pretend like this is it. So like if this was my stone, this would be my char cloth, and I would use it this way and hope the sparks come off the top and land on this. This way I'm striking and I'm dropping the sparks onto the material this way, and I prefer catching it. Like I said, that's just my preference of doing things. But I was surprised with the sparks. Like I said, if you can get you a decent stone, you can get pretty decent sparks off of it. Everything else, it is done as to be expected from a knife. The coating comes off pretty easy when you use it. Someone said the tip, there was issues with the tip breaking. I stabbed this thing and twisted it and rammed it and poked it a bunch of times, and if it's not gonna break with what little bit I was sticking in there and the amount of force I was putting with it, I'm gonna say the tip's gonna be pretty good. So the spine and cleaning that off for a little more surface area for flint and steel, that's the only two things I can think of mod wise that anybody would really want to do with one of these, I guess, unless you want to strip the whole coating off of it. But it comes off eventually. When you use it, it won't stay on there forever, but I don't mind that look. Something that I was talking about in the other video, sorry for the guys that I wasted their time on the video. Yeah, I'm just sorry, but talked about the real estate on the sheath. Plenty of room on here to, hook up sheath pouches or whatever you would like to put on the front. Wrap it with cordage. Get you a ferro rod, 3D printed ferro rod loop or something. There's lots of room on here to do it. But what I went with was, this is the same sheath that I used for the El Pinero, Ed Calderon's design with Tops knives. It was a knife of the month back in, I can't remember when I used it. I go through so many knives I can't remember, but there's some videos up on it. This was the same pouch that I used with it, and it's it's a single mag pouch, but it holds plenty of items in it that you could use to play around with. It's about 12 bucks, I think. And it's not like, super primo, but it's easy to put on there. And the way that I put it on was basically the way I done the other one with zip ties. I did make a loop that went from side to side over the sheath that was leather that I tried using the belt clip to go through, but I didn't really like the way that rode. It was kind of flimsy. This way there's not no flop to it. I just used zip ties and went through the bottom here and zip tied it, and went through the top through the knot that holds this on to the back. And something this size, a ferro rod, maybe some small cordage, a fishing kit, a piece of fat wood, maybe a small magnesium bar, and all things like that. Small flashlight could go in this to be a just-in-case type kit, or if it's just something that you want to play with. That this holds a fair amount, taking up very little more, space than this would if it's on your belt. This isn't touching you at all, so you get used to that. You can carry a bunch of stuff in there. But anyway, I just wanted to follow up. Dude, this thing's doing really good. I'm not going to give you, my final thoughts until I've used it for a month, like all the other knives of the month. But for 34 bucks, I've got $34 worth of use out of this thing thus far. And now we'll build this kit right here. Guys, I appreciate the support. Sorry for everyone that I emotionally destroy inside. It's probably not going to be the last time, so stick around. Feel free to like and subscribe, and check out all of our older stuff, including Knives of the Month on Instagram at Bushcraft Kelso. We'll find that. bushcraftkelso.com for gizmos and gadgets. Again, thanks guys. Cold Steel SRKC. Later.